Hey guys, Mike here. Just wanted to set up this next video. Some of you may have been noticing that we've been using the Triggercam camera in some of our training sessions and some of our videos we've been using to produce. We've been using it to help identify weaknesses and deficiencies, and I wanted to see if I could run it in a match. So I took it across the mountains last weekend to Wenatchee and shot it in an NWPRL points match hosted by Jesse Riddell. So unfortunately, it wasn't my best points match ever. But the good news is it really highlights the ability of the Triggercam to show me exactly what I messed up. And fortunately for me, there was no shortage of those moments, as you'll see in the video. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy it. I almost forgot. Just a quick disclaimer, if you're looking for a how-to video on how to shoot precision rifle awesomely and to watch a pro shooter hit everything they shoot at, this is not the video for you. You're gonna see terrible trigger presses, bad position, bad wing calls, failure to adjust to wing calls, and pretty much every mental error you could make. Anyway, I warned you, as well as some language. Sorry, Jesse, I didn't mean to curse at your targets like that.
All right, we got a spotter up. Give me a good yell too on the impacts if you could. All right, shooter ready? Stand by. True. Got you down for 7.
Okay, let's analyze this. So one of the first things I noticed when I went back and broke down the video as I was putting this video together, I noticed that I had plenty of time. I should have used the bipods. It would have been much more stable. I was a little worried about time because I hadn't shot off the stool like that before. It was kind of new, so I kind of gravitated towards what I knew was quicker, and it ended up being a less stable position, especially the prone. I opened up with a 0.5 opening wing call, which looked to be pretty centered up. The second impact may have been just a hair right, and the wind was picking up. I did notice that. So shot 3 off the bottom rung of the stool, missed to the right. So I increased my wind hold by 0.2 and got a hit. So that's not bad. That's the nature of the game. I spotted a miss and then reacted to it. Where everything went horribly wrong, however, was the next position, the one that I labeled bad position. I got seasick watching this video just from the bad position. I had plenty of time. I should have stopped what I was doing, rebuilt my position. Instead, I forced a bad shot. I tried to time my trigger press, and I missed the first one, and quite frankly, I got lucky on the second one. I should not have gotten that hit. From there, we moved to the top of the stool. Missed off the right with a 0.5 wing call. I went back to my original wing call because I was still kind of panicking from the last couple shots. It ended up not being enough and went back to 0.7 from the top of the stool again. got my hit, and then got my final 2 hits from the prone. So first stage of the day, jitters, not terrible. Could have gone better. Obviously, that second position was terrible, or I'm sorry, the third position was terrible, but moving on.
Yep. I'm shooting tag too. Just hit review and start.
Come on. Review. There you go. Nice. Fix that. You on the KYL?
Yes.
Okay.
Get my elbow. There you go. You know those insemination with cattle insemination gloves? Impact. What the hell, bro? Go big, man. Fucking over there. Impact. Impact.
That should be it, right?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, not a lot to talk about there. Holdovers went well. Wind was good. Felt like my match was getting back on track.
Ready, Michael?
Yeah. Under my arm was probably.
Yep. All right. Time starts now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Impact.
Perfect practice. Yeah.
Impact. 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 2, 4, 6, 7.
Okay, a couple things I noticed on that stage. One, I need to slow it down just a little bit. I'm getting a little quick on the trigger, especially with a follow-up shot. 2, I need to stop sending what I like to call confirmation shots. That's where you send a shot with a wind call, miss, and then send the exact same wind call on your next shot and miss in the exact same place. I've got to stop doing that. The last thing I noticed is that I bumped the trigger cam, which caused the whole image to shift a little bit. That's something that's exclusive to the Nightforce line of scopes, and that's just because the whole ocular housing rotates with the zoom, which forced me to shoot this whole match on 1 power. Not a big deal, and again, it only applies to the Nightforce.
Shooter ready?
Yep.
Engage. Time!
Okay, I'm gonna send it.
Send it.
Okay, well, what went wrong there? When I got up from prone, instead of going to the center like I was supposed to, I went up to the top nearest T-post out of habit. Mental error on my part, which caused me to think about that, and I went to the wrong side of the center post. Before the stage had started, I decided I was going to be on the right side of the post so I could see both targets from that position. What ended up happening is my bipod was in the wrong place, causing me to hit the T-post, or the tank trap, which then forced me to really shove hard in on my magazine, which caused the malfunction. And then my failure to clear the malfunction properly then caused a double feed, which led to more problems, and you see how it all kind of just unraveled and went downhill after that. I managed to get back on track and get some shots off, but the tank trap was pretty wobbly, and that, coupled with my poor mental state at the time, just resulted in a disaster of a stage.
Shooter stand, course fire.
Yep.
Stand by. Impact. Impact. Nice. Ah, you whore.
Talk to my targets like that.
Impact. Impact.
Okay, long range stage. Opening wind call was good. Wind lulled on me just a little bit, missed off the left, sent a confirmation bullet, missed off the left again, and then ended up increasing, getting my hit, and then the wind lulled on me again, forcing me to miss off the left, and then I refined my wind call enough to hit the rest of them, including the small one. It's just the name of the game. You know, winds out there at Wenatchee are tricky. I don't feel terrible about it. Probably could have saved a point with that confirmation bullet. It looks like 0.8 through the whole thing probably would have been good, but I was chasing it just a little bit.
All right, Mike, your time starts now. What was that?
Impact. Impact. Impact.
Mag change.
Over. Time.
Yeah, time's up.
Okay, so that stage didn't go so good either. I started out with a 0.8 wind call, got my first impact. For whatever reason, when I transitioned to the next target and I was doing my holdovers, I got lost in the reticle a little bit and only ended up holding about a 0.5 on the wind, which caused me to miss off the right. Kept the same wind call at 0.8, hit target 3, hit target 4. Target 5, sent it with that 0.8 wind call again, or a 1.0 wind call, and it blew off the right just a little bit. So I saw it, but I didn't believe it. Went to target 1, didn't apply more wind, missed off the right again, and then went to target 2 the second time through, sent another confirmation bullet and missed off the right. Just failure to believe the bullet time after time on this stage, and it really cost me.
Ready. All right. Time starts. You'll get that federal stuff like sometimes Dang, I wish I could. Info, I don't know. See that?
Kind of been a handicap all day, actually.
Okay, not terrible. You can see there at the end, I was starting to feel the clock was running out on me and my shots were getting a little bit quick. Wobble zone was getting a little bit bigger because I felt like I was running out of time. It was either that or I need to work on my cardio.
Alrighty. Shooter ready. Yeah. On the beep. You're up next. You know that. Wrong target. Oh, god damn it. You know what you're shooting at? Target?
Shoot the right target this time.
Well, my body language there at the end pretty much tells the story of that stage. Bottom line up front, I was not ready to shoot. I was one of the last shooters to shoot the previous stage, and then I was the first, I believe the first of the second shooter to shoot this stage. I asked to go early because the battery in the Triggercam was running out and I wanted to make sure that I got some good footage. But what I should have done was taken my time, gotten ready, and known the course of fire, as evidenced by shooting the wrong target. There were 2 poppers that looked pretty similar, and I shot the wrong one. And then from there, it was kind of all downhill. I used the wrong holdover. I was trying to hold 0.3 and I ended up holding 0.5. That caused a couple misses. It was just all in all, just a bad stage. Okay guys, that's the end of the match. Wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Thanks to Jesse Riddell for running it. Hopefully you guys learn a little something from the mistakes that I made. I'm just trying to share my journey with you guys as I continue to grow and get better in this sport. Kind of putting myself out there a little bit. This clearly wasn't the best match I've ever shot. I was more than a little disappointed at the results, as you can tell by my body language at the end of the last stage. I'm sure there'll be all kinds of hilarious comments and some pointed ones too. I'd be disappointed in you, Matt Medeiros, if you didn't make at least a couple. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm open to all kinds of constructive criticism and feedback, or what you guys would like to see, or how I can better utilize the Triggercam. Anyway, guys, shoot straight. Have a good one.